Guys, I know it's late. It's like 8:35 here in Melbourne. We're going to try to go as quick as possible on this, but obviously we've got a lot of stuff to cover on the 14 days. And we're going to have question time at the end of this as well. So any questions you've got, you can type them in the questions box and we'll do our best to try and help.
This is good. 1 more minute, we'll get started.
Is everyone downloading MyFitnessPal?
Good Dave from Sydney, good Jamie, good Mitch.
Yeah, got you boys, Simon. Heap of awesome dudes here, so it's good. Yeah, mine's downloading as well. All right, we'll use it later.
Already have MyFitnessPal.
Yeah, cool.
Is the info accessible later on? You mean is this webinar recording or the total stuff on the program? Either way, it will be. Yeah, the recording will be available to watch later.
All right, I reckon we get started, Jordan?
Sick, let's do it. So, if you're not downloading MyFitnessPal, make sure you do it now. And we'll get started.
So, should you be on here, guys? So, this program is only for guys who fit the following criteria. So, pay attention. Make sure this is for you because some of the guys, it won't be for you. It won't match the current problems you're having with your health and fitness, okay? So, we're going to go through exactly who this program is for, all right? So, pay close attention. So, this program is for you if, number one, you have too much fat on, in, around your stomach, all right? If this is you, go to the questions box and just put in a number one and just click enter. Just put in number one if this is you. You've got too much fat on, in, around, everywhere around your stomach. Really common for guys. Well, let's say, yeah. Okay.
Ton of ones.
So it's just exploded. Pretty much everyone on here is a one. And that's all good because that's the most common place for guys, for men who are struggling with their weight. So as you can see, that was Jesse. Struggled with his fat around his guts, and at the end of our Man of Steel program, that's what he achieved. Now, you want to make sure this isn't possible in 14 days. You need to understand that. This is not possible for that kind of result in 14 days. It's only 2 weeks. If you think it's possible, you're being ridiculous, and you're just going to get disappointed, okay? And this is really, really important that we set this up right from the start, is that we've got a system that works here, guys. And the only reason you can't achieve these same results is if you give up. And the only reason people give up is because they expect faster results, all right? This is a rapid fat loss system for sure, but you're not going to get abs like Jesse did in his 84 days or 12 weeks or whatever it took. Actually, it took a little bit longer for Jesse, but you need to understand that. So are we all clear with that? Does everyone feel you can't hear anything? I don't know, everyone else can hear something, Phil, so there's no point in me talking to you because you can't hear me, but I hope you can fix that. All right, Phil, you can just watch anyway. All right, this program is for you if you've got man boobs. Put a number 2 in the questions box if you've got man boobs.
Big one for a lot of guys, the gut and the man boobs,
sucks.
2 biggest areas.
Yeah. Yep, 2-ish. Oh, 2. All right, yeah, massive one. It sucks, doesn't it, guys? Like, it's not meant to happen at all. And unfortunately, there's a few key things that people do wrong that our system's able to fix pretty quickly. But as you can see, the difference. What was this guy's name?
Scott.
I always forget his name. Scott was from South Australia. He did our Man of Steel program. Obviously shaved his beard, but also, yeah, completely got rid of the moves, flattened his stomach as well. So, yeah, you're in the right place if you've got man boobs. Number 3, put a number 3 here if you've tried to lose weight before. You've done a 12-week challenge, you've done a program, even an online program, you've joined a gym. Anyone done any of these things? Put a 3 in.
I want to see it from everyone if you've done it.
Everyone type it in.
You've tried this and it obviously hasn't worked. Yeah, a ton of 3s.
Yeah.
3,
yeah.
3. Yeah.
Oh, no. I just got a message from Ben. He's like, mate, I hit my data limit and I got kicked out of the webinar.
Oh, no.
That's all right. Yeah, cool. All right, so, guys, and that's the thing. Like, you're here because you've tried and you've failed. And that's okay, but you got to admit that if you try and do the same thing over and over again, you're not going to get a different result. That's the definition of insanity. So you need to realize that you need to do something different. And we are the different. We're going to show you what to do different, all right? So get rid of that. And 4, this is lastly, just put a 4 on in the questions box if you've just packed on the muscle in recent times. You used to be really fit.
Fat in recent times.
Yeah, sorry. That's Rob, by the way. Rob did our Man of Steel program. Again, this isn't possible in 14 days. Like, fucking look at him. I'm so glad Rob's got tats, because if you didn't have that chest tattoo and those arm tattoos, you wouldn't even think it's the same bloke.
4 for a lot of blokes.
5. Mitch has done 5.
Phil can hear us now. Good to have you on board, Phil.
Yeah, welcome, Phil. Glad you can hear us.
4.5.
Owen the Joker. So, all right. I'm pretty confident that every single person here has answered. Has anyone here not answered yet? Have we missed anyone? Because
anyone here not fit any of those criteria?
1, 2, 3, 4 for Jimmy. All right, cool. So we're all on the same page, boys. You need to listen to this if you want to find the fastest, easiest way to lose body fat and get ripped. Simple as that. That's what we are. We're the Man of Steel coaches, Man of Steel program, online fat loss coaching. Obviously, we're all online. This is what we specialize in. So let's get cracking, guys. You're all here. You're on the right place. Jord, you take it from here.
Yeah. So how is this program going to work? What are we going to do? How's it going to work for you?
14 days.
This is 14 days. The only thing you need to worry about with this program is the daily email. Okay, so you need to make sure that you're subscribed and you've confirmed your subscription. We went through it in the video when you registered for the program to make sure that it's not going to junk, because the daily email, we'll send you a daily email with your instructions each day, more info of what to do, how stuff works. All you need to do is make sure you're reading that each day, following it. That's how the program works. Okay, as simple as that.
Is everyone here subscribed? Is that a better question? Is anyone on here that didn't receive an email from Jordan saying, jump on the webinar?
No, it looks like everyone got it.
Everyone got it? Cool. David's saying, roughly what time will the daily email be sent? It'll depend on whatever your task is, but the aim of the daily email is to give you something to focus on with your exercise, your nutrition, and your mindset. All right? So just keep an eye on the email. And this webinar today, we're going to give you your task for tomorrow, so you won't have to worry about tonight's one, but you will get an email tomorrow.
Sweet. So what are we going to do in the next 14 days? What's it going to do for you? What are we trying to teach you? It's pretty jam-packed, like Liam said before, but we just want to show you how to actually start losing weight. We want to see the number on the scale come down. We don't want to depend on the number on the scale, because we don't want to rely on that for our happiness, but we just want to see it start coming down, because that's what we want. And in the end of 14 days, we want the number to be way lower. Okay? Obviously, like we said, you need to understand that we want long-term success. We want to set ourselves up for future success and not just crash diet and not just lose 5 kilos in a week and then put it all back on. We want to set you up for longer-term success while still achieving rapid fat loss. Okay, we want to show you what works and what doesn't. What's the right stuff, what's the wrong stuff. Okay, give you all the tools you need to make sure you're absolutely smashing this. Learn how to keep losing weight and not just plateau or give up after 2 to 4 weeks, which is, I'm guessing, is what a lot of you do. How many of you have lost a couple of kilos before? You've started a diet and then 2 weeks later you gave up, or 4 weeks later you put straight back on and more? How many of you? Yep, a few of you. So many times. Yep. Yeah, gets annoying, doesn't it? Yep. Yeah, this is the most common thing for guys. So we want to learn how to keep losing weight and actually keep getting it off consistently. Okay, and we've got a shitload more to give you, but we're going to jam-pack with these 14 weeks, and all based around nutrition, exercise, and mindset to make sure you learn how to get results properly. Okay, so why are we doing this? A lot of guys are a bit skeptical. We understand when you're doing a free program, what's the catch, that kind of thing. There's 2 main reasons we're doing this. One is because we're pissed off. And we're pissed off because we're sick of the amount of crap out there. You go on the internet and you can read, 100 different opinions on, whether corn is good for you or not. Yeah, and some people are saying you must not eat corn. And that's just a random example. There's 100 different opinions on everything. So how are you supposed to know what to do? How are you supposed to know what works when there's such that heap of misinformation out there? Yeah, so we're pissed off with the lack of information out there. We're pissed off that people like you guys just want to commit. You're motivated. You want to get the results off, but you don't have the right tools. You don't have the right knowledge. And there's, to be honest, shit personal trainers out there. Shit people running online programs. I don't like bagging other people, but I'm just sick of seeing the shit out there that isn't helping people, isn't getting people results. And so we're doing this to start spreading the message, get more people results. All right. And the second reason why we're doing this is we're celebrating the relaunch of our famous Man of Steel program. All right. starts July 3rd. And as Liam was saying
July
before,
13th.
July 13th. Sorry,
I don't know why it says July 3rd.
July 13th.
It starts at the end of this program. So,
14
like,
days.
yeah, the idea of this program is, the results that we showed you before of like all these wicked results of guys in their past program. They got those results because they were in our program for good. They were paying clients. We worked our asses off for them. We can give you those same results. All right, but it's hard to trust us. You know what I mean? So we're like, whatever. We're going to try to help as many people for free, and we reckon that if we help you guys, some of you might want to hire us as your trainers, and that's cool as well. All right, so we're doing this for both reasons. We're pissed off and we want to help, and then also, because a lot of you guys want more help from us, and we feel like if we're good blokes to you guys, we really actually try and help you for free and prove that we actually know our shit, then you'll be like, yeah, why not? These guys might be able to help me further. So simple as that, guys. We're trying to be upfront and honest here. There's no other catches. We're not going to force you to pay anything or anything like that. We literally just want to help you and show you that we actually know what we're doing, and get you fucking good results.
Exactly right. And most guys, once they get to know us, know that we're good blokes, seem to trust us a bit more and trust our shit. Yeah. So, what do we not want you to do? This is a really funny one. We don't want you to not follow instructions, okay? Don't come into this program and then just ignore what we say. We're telling you our shit works. Our shit gets results. Don't think you know better, which is a bit harsh to say, but there's a reason why you haven't got the results you wanted so far, and that's because you're not doing the right things. This stuff gives you the right things, okay? So follow instructions, all right? Don't give up by Wednesday, okay?
I know, guys, you're busy with work and stuff, and like that happens. Like, that's life. You got a young family. Like, just stick with us, all right? If you follow our instructions over the 14 days, you're gonna get results. So just don't give up. You might have a bad day on Tuesday. You might have a bad day Wednesday. This whole week might be shit, but who cares? Start day 7 with us, or start day 5. Like.
And that's the best part about our programs is, one, we try and make it as easy as possible, and 2, there's nothing to fall on and off of. If you have a bad day, it's not going to make a difference, and you'll understand why as we teach everything, okay? Now, this is a funny one. Don't kill yourself in the gym. Okay, we don't want you to start in the gym this week and absolutely smash yourself tomorrow because you're super motivated and then you can't walk or move for the rest of the week, okay? That doesn't help anyone. We would rather you not do any exercise or just walk for 20 minutes tomorrow or the next 3 days as you start to get into it, okay? It's really important. You obviously get the workouts for the week. If you wanted to smash yourself in the gym, we've got world-class workouts there for you, and we will give them to you. If you've got a bit of gym experience, you can do it. But for the most part, we prefer you not to do them, okay? Because we want to show you what the workouts are like at the highest intensity, but we don't really necessarily want you to do them straight away, okay? We want you just to relax into it, make sure that you can walk and function and make this sustainable long term.
We've got a system, guys. We want to prove to you that it's actually really easy to get fucking unbelievable results. All right, you just need to know exactly what works. Okay, so sure, if you smash yourself in the gym and you train like an animal and train like a beast, you're gonna get faster results. But you guys, your problem isn't fast results. Your problem is just results in general. And we'll show you how to get really fast results without having to smash yourself in the gym and risk injuring yourself and doing shit like that. All right?
Yeah. What else don't you do? Don't eat nothing, okay? Don't just go on like a starvation diet. We've got the shopping list there. You've got a range of foods you can eat. We want you to keep eating a lot of foods because the foods on that shopping list are quite low calories, so you can afford to have a lot of them, and your calories will stay low. But don't just starve yourself to get better results, okay? That's never going to work. That's crash dieting. You put the weight on twice as quick, all right? And it's no fun either because you're just hungry the whole time, okay? So what should you do? I mean, what's the science of fat loss? Essentially, we're going to go through briefly the boring stuff because we hate talking about it, but calories in versus calories out depicts your weight. Okay, it's as simple as that. How many calories you eat, how much food you eat, versus how much energy your body's expending depicts your weight. So your body is burning a certain amount at the moment. Your metabolism is doing its job. It's burning a certain amount of energy per day. If you eat more calories than that, calories and energy are interchangeable terms, by the way, so you can use both. If you are eating more calories than your body's burning, you'll put on weight. You won't necessarily put on fat. For bodybuilders example, they're eating really well and they're training a lot in the gym. They're going to be in a calorie excess, but they're going to be putting on muscle, okay? If you're eating crap and not really training, you'll probably put on fat, yeah? If you're eating under your metabolism, you'll lose weight. It's as simple as that, okay? If you're doing if you're in a calorie deficit, so you're eating slightly less than your body's burning, and you're doing the right type of training, like we just said, you're going to get faster results, okay? That will help your fat loss. If you're training in the gym, you'll be building muscle and burning fat, okay? And obviously, how consistently you do it is how consistent you get results, Okay, we can't stress that enough. The number one thing before calories in versus calories out and whatever training you're doing is consistency. If you're just eating well and doing some type of exercise every day consistently, that trumps any other program. Okay? But everyone knows this. And everyone knows we're supposed to eat less and move more and calories in versus calories out, blah, blah, blah. We still don't do it. Okay? That's because eat less and move more is essentially bullshit. Okay? Not bullshit and then it's untrue. It's true, but it doesn't help. Okay, because everyone knows they're supposed to do it, but no one does it. So why don't you do it? And that's the thing you got to ask yourself, and that's what we try and work on in our system, is that there's a reason you're not doing it. Either it's too hard to stick to, it's too complicated, or you don't know exactly what you should be doing. You don't have a set structure or set plan you'd be sticking to. So that's the aim. What we're trying to do is work out why it's not working for you, and then give you a system that is easy to stick to, is simple, and will get you results, keep you motivated, and then stay in that cycle each week. And that's a much more easier way to make changes than just say eat less and move more when you're never going to do it.
So you tell us guys in the questions box, you know you need to eat less and move more, but knowing that doesn't help. Like why don't you think it helps? Like what do you think you need to do to actually do the stuff that you know you should be doing? I'd love to hear from you guys.
Yeah, I mean, let us know right now. What's missing for you? What do you need help with? Motivation.
Yeah, it's a big one.
That's a good point. And we'll talk about motivation in the 14-day program. It's not as it seems. Need a meal plan, not sure what to eat.
Yeah, we'll give you a meal plan.
Complex meals.
Motivation.
Yep. Motivation's a big one.
You know the crazy thing with motivation is that when guys start seeing results and start seeing that shit's working, all of a sudden something clicks inside of them and goes, you know what? I can fucking do this. And it's like, it's so unfair because the people that need the most motivation are the ones that can never access it because they're not getting the results.
Yeah.
And the guys that don't really need the motivation, but just do the stuff required, like eat the right things and exercise at the right times per day and stuff, they're the ones that get even more motivation because they start seeing results. Guys, if you postpone your urge for gratification and postpone your urge for motivation just for a couple of weeks or just for even a week or so, or even a month, a lot of our clients say they didn't really know that the system was working until week 8. I mean, that's crazy. Like, that's a long time, but in the scheme of things, is it really?
8 weeks is nothing.
8 weeks is absolutely nothing. But if you can postpone and make an agreement with yourself going, all right, man, I'm going to make an agreement with myself. I am going to keep going and do this regardless of the results I'm seeing for 8 weeks. I'm just going to make that promise with myself. I can guarantee you right now, in 8 weeks' time, you'll start seeing results and you'll start feeling fucking motivated because you'll be like, holy shit, it's actually working. I'm looking awesome.
You'll start seeing the results you wouldn't even believe. And that was the number one point one of our ex-clients, I was talking to him and I said, what would you tell other guys who are starting out? And he said, just give it to week 6 or 8. Obviously, you lose weight at the start, you get good results, but he was saying, like Liam just said, you don't know it's completely working until it's consistently until week 6 or 8. And suddenly he woke up in week 8 and he's gone, holy shit, like I've come so far, I'm getting unreal results. And then it's impossible not to be motivated.
So, boys, a lot of you saying meal plans and snack ideas and stuff, like we're going to show you great foods to eat, but we can't go through with you one-on-one and tell you, all right, John, this is what you need to be eating for your body type, okay? We can't say, Josh, this is the type of food that you need to be eating for your body type. It's way too much time for us, okay? That's why, we only do it with our clients because, there's only 2 of us. It takes so much time to analyze you guys, analyze your body types and figure out exactly what you need to be eating. And so that's for our paying clients only. And we're going to give you some great ideas, but you need to understand our time is limited. There's freaking 260 guys in this free program already. We can't go through any of that, okay, with you guys. It's just not possible. Our time is limited enough with our own clients. So we are going to give you a lot of knowledge about food and exactly what to be doing. But as far as it goes, 8 a.m. eat this, 10 a.m. eat this, 1 p.m. eat this. That we can only do that with our clients, okay? So just keep that in mind.
Scotty, a lot of good questions from everyone, a lot of good notes. I'll answer yours at the end because it's a bit of a longer one. A protein shake's okay. Yes, they are, but only if you need them. Don't just have them for the sake of it. You can get enough protein through food. If you're struggling cooking-wise or just throughout the day to get an extra meal in, protein shakes really quick.
Questions for the end, guys. Keep them for the end so we can get through this. And guys that need to can go to bed.
Yeah, exactly.
But we'll stay on and answer all your questions.
Yeah. So, what should you be doing? Essentially, again, don't stress about smashing the gym yet. What we want you to be focusing on, the only thing you really have to worry about is tracking your food, okay? Using MyFitnessPal, all right? And doing that by eating what's on the food list. Okay, this is the only thing we want you to start off by worrying about. This is your first task. Tracking your food on MyFitnessPal by eating what's on the shopping list, okay? So how do we do that? We're going to go through this right now.
We're doing this now? All right, get out your phone.
So you should have all been downloading it. Is MyFitnessPal downloaded? Anyone not got it downloaded? Otherwise, we're right to go.
I've got it downloaded. I'm ready to go. Open it up, boys.
Nope, can't find it.
So I've opened it, and I've got a nice little bowl of blueberries and strawberries, and as the background.
Only one person hasn't got it so far, so if that's right, you can catch up, Phil.
Yeah, we'll teach you how to do this tomorrow as well. So first thing to do is click sign up. If you've already got an account, you can log in, but click sign up, and then the next page says sign up with email or sign up with Facebook. Just do whatever. Like I'm going to sign up with email. That's easier. How about we just do that, boys? Sign up with email. All right, next page. Do you want to say something?
Oh, Adam asked, not sure if he can if he's on mobile, and you might be right, Adam, so you can
yeah, he can't do two things at once.
You can just listen and then do it after.
All right, what is your goal? Lose weight, maintain weight, or gain weight? Everyone here is lose weight, so we click lose weight. How much weight would you like to lose? Now, this is pretty tough, but give yourself an approximation. Like, a lot of guys need to lose over 10 kilos, so, like, I'll put 10, 15 kilo. Like, if you're scared, put 30 or 40 or, whatever. We'll go 10 kilo.
We do this so that MyFitnessPal does come up with an estimation for you, but really be sure not to get hung up on it or pay attention to it, because sometimes MyFitnessPal can just be super off, like just way off, especially if you're putting 30 kilos or something. They just give you some ridiculous number of what you should be eating, and then they just make your goal seem unrealistic by each day saying, you're 400 days away from your goal or something, and sometimes it's a bit unmotivating. So go through the process like Liam's saying, but don't get too hung up on the numbers quite yet.
So the next thing is really important. It's asking for our activity level. How active are you? Now, MyFitnessPal is an awesome food tracking app, and is fucking shit at tracking exercise. Now, the reason is that there's no way you can tell how many calories you're burning on exercise unless you're hooked up via blood transfusions and oxygen masks and you're in a science lab. When you go into gyms and you're on a treadmill, it tells you how many calories you're burning. It's absolutely bullshit, guys. Don't listen to it, and don't enter it into MyFitnessPal. Does everyone understand that? Because as soon as you enter it into MyFitnessPal, it completely ruins all the advice and stats that it recommends that you hit, okay? Does everyone understand that? Type that in the questions box. They understand. So when it asks us activity level, how active are you, click sedentary, okay? We don't want to click very active or active. It doesn't matter if you exercise every day. Click sedentary. If you're an elite athlete and you're listening here, click sedentary, okay? Because we don't want anything to do with exercise with MyFitnessPal.
Can everyone please just say, yes, I understand? Because we've got one of our pain climbers who I was just talking to before, and I cracked it with him because I was checking his MyFitnessPal, and I said, why do you keep putting your fucking exercise in there? It ruins my numbers of what I'm trying to make you hit, and it just completely stuffs it up. So
cool.
Yes, got it.
David White's lost sound. That's not good.
Everyone else can hear.
All right, next one is I am male. We're all male. We're male fat loss specialists. Date of birth, 5th of July, 1985. I don't know why it says that for me. That's not my birthday. That'd be pretty cool if it was.
Slash freak.
Yeah. So put in male, put in when you were born. I'll adjust mine.
Anyone's birthday today?
How tall are you? Just get an approximation.
Try to make it accurate though, because they do factor into the equation.
And how much do you weigh? Be accurate with this, guys.
Hope everyone's just following along.
All right, what is your weekly goal? Okay. It says recommended lose 0.5 kilograms per week. This is actually really cool, and this is the secret to losing weight, guys. Do not try and lose 5 kilos in 1 week. Do not try and lose 2 kilos in 1 week. Don't even try and lose 1 kilo per week, because if you do try and do that, you're going to get disappointed. And if you want to keep your weight off for the long term and actually do it properly, don't even think about getting those numbers. Now, The funny thing about this is the scale is fucking evil because the scale will constantly change depending on the temperature of your house, what you had for dinner the night before, what clothes you're wearing, how dehydrated you are, when you last went to the toilet. It is absolutely ridiculous. We know people that go, oh, I've lost 200 grams in the last 3 days, or I've put on 700 grams in the last week. It's just like, are you serious? Like, I used to play VFL footy, and we had to weigh ourselves before and after every single training session, every single game. There's some games where I lost 4.5 kilos in sweat. Okay, like I was low body fat percentage. I was like 9% body fat, and I lost 4.5 kilos in 2 hours. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I didn't have that weight to lose. Like, I didn't have any body fat on me, but I still lost that amount. Don't get hung up on the scale, guys. So when it says recommended lose 0.5 kilograms per week, just leave that. That's all we need to focus on.
And understand that you might lose 5 kilos in the first week. Your body might do that. And that's normally happens when you start fresh or start something new. But if the next week you lost 0 kilos, that would be perfectly fine. Because over 2 weeks, you've lost 2.5 kilos on average.
It's all about the average.
Yeah, so you just need to know that in 8 weeks from now, as long as you're still losing about 0.5, we say to our guys, to 0.75 kilos per week, you're on track. So you can have, and that's good because it allows you, a lot of leeway. In some weeks, if the scale doesn't budge, that's completely fine. Because you lose some more at the start, some won't come off later, blah, blah, blah. Okay?
All right, guys, so pop quiz. Just to make sure you're listening. If you lose in this first week, if you lose in this week 3 kilos, all right? You lose 3 kilos. How many kilos do you have to lose in the second week to be on track of your goal? Type it in the questions box.
Even if you're not good at maths, it should be easy. 0. Good answer, Tim.
Tim's got it. All right. Yep. Now, so the boys are saying 2.5, 6. No, like that's wrong. That's where you're getting the numbers mixed up. So your average weight loss per week needs to be half a kilo, 500 grams. Does that make sense? So if you lose 3 kilos in the first week, you can go the next 3 weeks. No, you can go the next 6 weeks without losing any weight at all. So if you start this program at 100 kilos, and then after week 1 you're at 97, and then after week 6 you're at 97, you're still on track. Okay, because you've lost an average of 0.5 kilos per week.
We know that sounds extreme, but we really want to set this up properly. And just know that it's absolutely fine. And how long ago did you try and lose the weight? How long ago did you try and get it off? A year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? You've been trying to get it off for this many years. So don't try and get it all off within 6 weeks. Okay, like Liam's saying, if within 6 weeks you lost 3 kilos, you're on track. And you'll find that if you set the expectation a little bit lower, by aiming for 500 grams, you probably end up averaging about 0.75 kilos per week, which is what most of our guys average, and that's perfect. Okay.
All right.
So if you lost 3 kilos in the first week, you could afford to put on 2 kilos the next week. So you've lost a kilo total, and you'd be fine. Okay.
Yeah.
As long as it's 0.5 kilos each week.
Okay. So really, really clear, guys. If you lose 3 kilos in the first week, so you go from 100 kilos down to 97. And then the next week, you put on 2 kilos. So you go from 97 to 99 kilos. After 2 weeks, you've lost a kilo. So you're still on track. So it doesn't matter that you've lost 3 kilos the first week, but put 2 kilos back on the next week. Because if you do that every single week, after 20 weeks, you're going to lose 10 kilos. I mean, that's only like 4 months, and you can lose 10 kilos in 4 months. So you've got to really understand this and be smart. So
yeah, and I mean, I know we kind of made that confusing. And if you did put on 2 kilos, we'd probably say to you, like, what were you doing?
Follow the program.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's fine. Okay, we'll keep going. So once you've set up all your details.
Oh yeah, it says account created. Mine says your daily net kilojoule goal is 6,945 kilojoules. Now you can click kilojoules, the little box, and it changes to calories.
Calories is just easy. Kilojoules is the American version. Calories is what
Calories is much easier because food comes in calories. Well, it doesn't always, but yeah. Either way, it's the same thing. So now my calories is 1,690 calories. Okay, so everyone type in the questions box what your daily net calorie goal is according to MyFitnessPal.
What does it come up with you?
1890, 1690. Oh, Tim, same as me.
1690.
Karen, 1723.90. Yep, sweet.
1510, bloody low.
That is low.
Exactly, and that's a good point. So a lot of these 1500, 1600, 1700, that is a lot lower than for my liking. We don't like putting guys off that low. So that's what I mean by MyFitnessPal can just sometimes underestimate or overestimate. So don't stick. We'll show you what number we'd like you to be having. And then again, when you're actually part of the full program, we do it in real detail. 3,000 for Michael.
That doesn't sound right, Michael. Can you type? We're not going to read it out for everyone, but can you just type in your height and weight, Michael, so we can have a look at it? Type in your height and weight. We won't read it out. That's right.
I wouldn't mind having 3,000 calories a day.
So, guys, like Jordan's saying, just because MyFitnessPal is recommending this doesn't mean that that's your rule to follow. Okay? It's really important that you understand that. Okay? The whole idea of MyFitnessPal is to get you to start tracking your food and teaching you exactly what is involved in food. Once you start learning what is inside food and what makes up the calories in food, then you can start learning how to manipulate it, okay, and how to make food work for you. That's how rapid fat loss works, by eating things that burn body fat. All right?
Doesn't look too bad, Michael. Maybe just they might have taken into account if your goal wasn't that much lower. It might have. That's why it's 3,000.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. All right. So everyone can click continue, and it says, "What was the last meal you ate?" So this can be cool. Let's do this.
This is basically teaching you how to start inputting your foods daily. Okay.
This is gonna be funny because the last thing that I had was a 330 ml Fat Yak Pale Ale. So I'm gonna do this right now. So I'm going to go snacks, and it says, what did you eat? Search for food. Can I just scan it?
Yeah, I scan it. Yeah.
So I'm not going to search for the food. I'm going to click the cross button. Well, I can't. I'll just have to search for Fat Yak.
So anything that's packaged, you can scan.
Yeah, which is really cool.
It's off an old account. That makes sense, Michael.
Can't find where to change the weight. Oh, okay. That's
just
cool.
been settings.
So I'm going to go create new food down the bottom. I've searched for Fat Yak, and there's all these things like meat, yak, ground yak, yak pizza. Like, I don't want to do any of that. Like, it's going to be inaccurate. What I'm going to do is going to go create new food. Well, is that going to make it difficult? Oh, there it is. Down the bottom right-hand corner, there's a little barcode symbol. Can everyone see the barcode symbol? So if last thing you ate was a muesli bar or a cereal or something, you can get the barcode and scan it, which is really cool. So I'm going to scan it. MyFitnessPal would like to access the camera. Yeah, sweet. And I'm going to scan Fat Yak. Awesome. It scanned it. 345 ml, serving size, number of servings, 1. So this beer had 138 calories, 11.7 grams of carbs. There you go. So I'm going to click tick.
Doesn't have the alcohol calories in there.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm assuming it's included.
And guys, look, this is the thing. Like, we had guys in our program drinking beer and still losing weight. All right, you can't drink freaking massive amounts, but it is possible once you understand the science behind food.
It's MyFitnessPal, Jeremy. So MY Fitness and then PAL Power. So guys, if you don't know what MyFitnessPal is, because we're launching into the inputting food here, basically you type in your foods of everything you eat each day, everything that went into your mouth, food and drink, you're typing it in. MyFitnessPal counts the calories for you, so you don't have to do any maths. And at the end of the day, it will say you ate 2,200 calories today, and then you'll go, well, was that over or under what I should be eating? And if it was over, you probably didn't do a good job. If it was slightly under, that's okay, but not too far under. If it's right on what you should be eating, that's what we want. Okay. So Liam just put in his snack. He's had
138 calories
for the day so far.
Well, that's what according to that. So yeah. I can put in heaps of other stuff, like for breakfast I had eggs, so I can search for eggs. Now this gets really tricky. You need to make sure that you're doing it accurately. So eggs, whole, cracked, fried. That's not what I want. What I want is an actual egg, which is about 78 calories, and I know this from memory. 78 calories, and I've clicked that. I've just scrolled and tried to find egg. Yep, 78 calories, 5 grams of fat, 6 grams of protein. That sounds about right. So whoever entered this food, and you can create it yourself, but whoever entered this egg into MyFitnessPal's pretty close. So I've selected egg. I've clicked tick. Now serving was 1 egg. Number of servings I had 4. I'm going to click 4. Edit entry. Add. Okay, and that's added another 312 calories. All right.
So I know this is a bit confusing because you can't see what we're doing. So we're going to upload the video of how to do MyFitnessPal where you can actually see it.
And you'll get it via daily email. All right.
Yeah.
So we'll send an email to you, and I'll have a link to a video where it'll teach you guys how to do this. But
yeah,
this is the first thing that you guys need to understand as part of this 14-day program.
Everyone following along, everyone kind of get how it works. Just basic overview. Everyone set it up. Everyone good to go with it? Give us a yes. We'll also send you a list of all the main foods off that shopping list, the approximate calories per 100 grams, so you can tell if it's accurate. Because if you go in and, like Liam's saying, you search for an egg, and you click the egg and it says 200 calories for the egg, it's pretty unrealistic. You know, it'd have to be a pretty massive egg to be 200 calories. So an egg is about 78 calories, a standard egg. Okay. Yes from everyone. Everyone's following along.
All right. So last thing we need to do before we move on, yeah. Now, in the main part of your MyFitnessPal, down the bottom, you can see home, diary, a plus sign, progress, and more. Go to diary. All right, and then scroll down the bottom and click nutrition. Okay. Now you should see a graph of calories. Now at the top where it says calories, there's a light blue bar, and you can drag that bar across until you get to macros. And what do you know? Mine hasn't updated.
It's wrong. Oh no, sorry, no, wrong day.
Oh, that's the wrong day. That's fine. Make sure you're in the right day. So you just flick. Here we go. Yesterday.
The point is, yeah, there we go.
All right, macros. So can everyone see their macros graph? So carbohydrates, fats, and proteins.
Yep.
Yeah, awesome.
I want to hear from everyone because there's a lot of you on here and a few not answering. So make sure you can see it. Yes. Or not looking at MyFitnessPal right now, just following along.
So this is the thing with macros, is that it has your total so far, and then it has your goal, okay? So carbohydrates, the set one for me says carbohydrates 50, fat 30, and protein 20. We want to change that right now, all right? So a really, really effective way to kickstart your fat loss is to go low carb, high fat, and high protein, all right? So click the top left-hand corner and get out of that. Click the X button. And then down the bottom right-hand corner, click the More. And then it should bring up the More tab, which is like all the list of goals, nutrition, everything like that. We want to click, we want to click Goals. So that's the second one along. All right? When you click Goals, you should see current weight, weekly goal, activity level. Then it should say nutrition goals, calorie and macronutrient goals. Click calorie and macronutrient goals. And this is what we want to change, okay? See, we see our percentages there. We want to click carbohydrates, and it'll come up with carbs, proteins, fats, and all the percentages. And this is where we can scroll to change it. Can everybody see that?
Tim, you can't see it?
No. So I'll go through it again. Go down the bottom.
Yeah, Tim's got it now.
Oh, Tim's got it. Cool. Yeah. More. Click goals. And then click calorie and macronutrient goals. It's like the fifth one down. And then click the percentage button to change the percentages. Okay.
Again, if you do fall behind, we'll upload the video.
All right.
So you can see it.
Carbs. We're going to change to 15%. Okay. So we're going to go a lot lower for carbs. All right, and then protein, we're going to go 40%. All right, so this is 40% of your diet needs to be protein. Okay, and that's why protein is so important, especially for building lean muscle mass. And then fat needs to be 45%. Jeremy's saying, I still can't find the app, guys. I'm typing in MyFitnessPal. That's weird. I don't understand because
Yeah.
it's a blue icon with a man jumping. Try type MyFitnessPal, all one word. Yeah, you look like you're spelling it right. All right, so to go through it one last time, click More, and then the second tab down after you click More, which is the bottom right-hand corner, click Goals, and then the fifth one down is Calorie and Macronutrient Goals, and then click your percentages, and we want carbs 15%, protein 40%, fat 45%. When that's done, click the tick button, and it should have changed. Can everyone confirm that they've changed it?
Jeremy, go to bed.
He's given up.
Funny comments, boys. Yeah, everyone's got it. Good.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. And that's all we need to do tonight, guys. Like that's what we need to do. So tomorrow we want you guys to fill in everything that you've eating, okay? Absolutely everything that you're eating. Now, as we said, the main thing about MyFitnessPal is when you enter it, it has to be correct, okay? Don't search, chicken burger and just click the first one in there. You actually have to fill in what's in the burger. What bread did you use? How much bread? How much did it weigh? This is why kitchen scale is really important. The more accurate you are, Jeremy's found it. Awesome. The more accurate you are with MyFitnessPal, the more accurate you're going to be to hitting your macronutrient targets, all right? So if you have a chicken burger, I'll use this example, and you're putting in lettuce, tomato, and chicken, don't type in chicken burger in MyFitnessPal and click add because it'll be wrong. Click lettuce, 100 grams, okay? Click add, okay? And make sure the lettuce that you click is actually the right macronutrient levels of lettuce, okay? So it's really important that you understand that, and it's really difficult to start off with, and it's not easy to get this straight away, guys, but once you start getting it, once you start understanding it, it makes life so much easier. This is the reason why I can have a beer and still have a six-pack, all right? Because I understand what's in that beer, how many carbs are in it, how many calories it has, and how it fits my overall macronutrients, okay? So there's no shortcuts around this, guys. You've got to learn this stuff, all right? So, or there are shortcuts. You can be Michael Phelps and train 6 hours a day, and then you can eat whatever the hell you want. Okay, that is a shortcut, but that's pretty hard when you got a family and you work and stuff. All right.
So we'll explain, why we're doing these macros, how it all works later during the program. But for now, we want to keep it simple. Hit these macronutrients and hit the numbers. But to make sure you get the numbers right, and how much calories you should be eating and what they should be made up of, just a quick equation you can do, and you can compare this with what MyFitnessPal gave you. And if this gives you a higher number, go for the higher number to start with. Yeah, we don't want you going low to start with. Okay, so take your weight, your current weight, times it by 2.2. Okay, so if you're 100 kilos, times it by 2.2, that's 220 kilos. Okay, once you get that number, so 220, multiply that by 9 or 9 to 14, depending on your current activity level. So if you don't do any exercise, if you've got a really sedentary job, you sit in the office all day, maybe go 9. If you've got a pretty active job, but you don't really exercise that much, you can go, 11, maybe 12.
Not even, 10.
10 or 11, yeah. If you exercise like an elite athlete and you're an absolute machine, you're training like Michael Phelps, you go 14. Okay? So 220 times maybe 9, 10, 11.
220 times 10, 220 times 10. So if you're 100 kilos, you times it by 2.2, that's 220. And then 220 times 10 is 2,200. So that should be your daily limit that you should be aiming for. Again, this is an imperfect science, and it's always trial and error, which is why you need a personal coach to help you with this stuff. And this is why we do what we do, because it'll always change. Always. Your body's always changing. But this is a good general idea to get you guys
really
started.
Really basic equation that you guys can do yourself. So just quickly, let us know, how does that compare to what you got before? If you do this right now, type in what MyFitnessPal gave you again, and then what you've got now, just quickly. And then we're almost done. We've got about 1 minute left. Boys are typing in. Yeah, 1770 to 1800.
Good work, James. That's
pretty similar.
About right. That's good.
1880, 1800. MyFitnessPal 1890. Formula 1870.
Yeah, cool. So it's
700.
It's all pretty similar.
FitnessPal's about 300 lower.
So Josh, yours is 300 lower on MyFitnessPal. Go for the higher one to begin with.
So if you're not that active, Scott, if you're very inactive, you go 9. If you're a little bit more active, 10. If you do a bit of exercise, 11. If you're an elite athlete, you do 14.
Yeah. Only if you're running like 40 k's a week and like you're playing AFL at a ridiculous high level, like would you do 14? All right.
So for anyone under 1800, I don't know your weight unless you're under 80 kilos. This is a big generalization, but I prefer you not to go under 1800 calories to start with.
Yeah, if you're really short, if you're like 5'5" or 5'6" or 5'8",
yeah, under 5'8", yeah,
then maybe you'd be looking at 1600 calories as a limit.
Yeah, but for anyone else, if you're under 1800, I'd prefer, especially starting out, a pretty good number to start with is anywhere from 2000, 2200. So,
but again, guys, it's really important to understand this isn't your limit. Okay, this is just to get you understanding what your daily limit might be. Okay, tomorrow when you start eating, we want you to eat whatever the hell you want. Okay, that's on the shopping list, and how much of it. We want you to eat so you're not hungry. Just eat, if you're hungry, eat something, but eat something that's on the food list that we've given you already, okay? And at the end of the day, you're going to have a total calorie amount. And that's when we want you to go, how about that? I ate like 500 calories over my limit. Or you can go, oh, wow, I actually ate 500 calories under my limit. That's weird. This is the kind of lessons that you guys need to learn from actually doing to actually figure this out. And once you figure this out, we're going to go through what all those numbers mean later.
Okay, so what to do from here, and basically get excited and actually listen and do what we tell you. We know it can get confusing. We try and make it as simple as possible. We'll keep reminding you what you should be doing, but like Liam's saying, keep it simple. Just fill in MyFitnessPal with whatever you eat. Eat whatever you want off the shopping list. Just make sure you're not hungry, okay? We don't want you starving yourselves. We don't care if you lose weight after day 1, okay? We don't care if you go 500 calories over or 1,000 calories over what MyFitnessPal said. We just want you to learn how to start tracking it.
Oh, okay? That's what everyone needs to do is, as well, first thing tomorrow morning, when you wake up, you need to weigh yourself naked, okay, using the same scale that you'll be able to use in 2 weeks' time. All right? Really important you do that so you've got something to measure yourself on. And the other thing is much better than the scale, because we fucking hate scales because they're not accurate, is you can get a measuring tape and measure the tape from your belly button all the way around to your belly button, okay? So you got a belly button measurement. Does that make sense? Keep it completely even. Start the measuring tape at your belly button. Wrap it right around your back until it comes back to your belly button. And then you can figure out exactly how wide your guts are. All right? That's going to be a wicked, awesome measurement to do. And you have to do it first thing after you wake up. Because when you do it next time, you need to do it in the same conditions. You need to do it first thing after you wake up. All right?
So, like Liam was just saying before, tomorrow you're going to get there and you might just go, all right, so what the hell should I be eating? I've got all this MyFitnessPal stuff. I've got this list. What the hell should I be doing? Every meal just has to be consistent. So what we want is, number 1, make sure you have breakfast, okay? Start using your hand size for calories. So, the amount of protein you have will be about the size of your fist. And if you're doing that with every single meal, you'll probably be able to get those macros right and hit 40% for protein, okay? But it's all just trial and error, okay? But every meal needs to be structured. So we want you to be having 4 meals per day. Every meal has a protein part, a fat part, and a carb part. Now, usually most of you have carb parts anyway, but it's making sure that every meal has a protein and fat part, okay? So if you're sitting there with your meal, you should be able to see the protein part, and that's probably your lean meat or something, or your eggs, or your bacon. Your fat part, again, could be your bacon, could be your avocado in there, could be your butter or almond butter, or the oils you cooked in. And the carb part, which will most likely be vegetables, okay? Essentially, or rice, because we allowed you to have rice. So essentially, every meal will just be that carb part, that protein part, that fat part, okay? If you have 4 of these meals per day, and we don't say 4 because there's any scientific reason behind it, other than 4 meals stops you snacking on crap. 4 meals keeps you full per day. 4 meals gives you enough energy evenly throughout the day. Most guys make the mistake of not having breakfast, having a crap lunch, getting home from work and they're absolutely starving. They scoff everything down and then have 2 dinners because they're just so full, and then they go to sleep and then by breakfast they're not full, they're not hungry because they had so much for dinner, okay? So 4 consistent meals: breakfast, lunch, afternoon meal, dinner, okay? This is what you should be doing tomorrow, all right? Making sure you use the shopping list, have a protein, fat, and carb part for every meal. Is this clear?
All right, now before we go on to the questions, all right, because we're all done. Before we go on to the questions, you guys can ask us anything, but we want you guys to go into the Facebook group right now and just post something on the Facebook group that that you enjoyed the webinar, or you're pumped for this program, or just like that Geordie and Liam know what they're doing. Because although we've got a hell of a lot of people on the webinar right now, there's a lot of people that aren't on the webinar. Because we think that what we're doing is really important, because heaps of people fucking struggling with their weight at the moment. Okay, and it's a lack of belief. So we need your help to try and help people believe that what is possible and what they can do it. So everyone go to the Facebook group right now and write something in the group. Like, no one's going to see it except for the people in the group. Just write like what you think about us and what you think about this program, and like, if you want to thank us. Like, just get something that you think is going to inspire everyone else in this group to get behind each other and really fucking get some good results.
If you want to tell us how funny we are, you can do that as well.
How good looking, whatever. How ugly. You can say that. You can say these guys are ugly, but they actually know their shit. Whatever. By you guys posting in the group right now, that's going to help everyone else in the group really get inspired and really, feel like they're in the right place, and it's actually going to help them. All right.
So we'll answer questions as soon as everyone just starts doing this. We've got a lot of questions to answer, but we just need a few guys. Oh, there we go. A few guys are posted.
Jamie's first one. Jamie, we're going to give you a prize because you were first. Good job, boys. Come on, guys. Write a brand new post and just say, say something proper that you think that the rest of the group is going to, get something out of. So
say what you got out of the webinar.
Yeah, exactly. Write what you got out of the webinar. Write what you're excited about. Like. And if you're on your phone, I understand. That's all right.
If you're on your phone, just let us know, and then you do it after. We'll answer questions when 3 guys post.
Because we are giving up our time here to help you guys. Like, we fucking worked the entire weekend getting this ready for you guys. Like, and in the previous weeks leading up to this. Thanks, Adam. Awesome, mate. Jamie commented again. Legend. Thanks, Jamie. He's like, I think these guys know their shit, and I can't wait to get this bitch cranking. Fuck yeah, that's what we want to see, mate.
Perfect, Jamie. Perfect.
There's so many guys out there that struggle with this stuff, and we know we can help them. So,
boys, there's a lot of you on this webinar, and not much action happening.
You could be writing it out. That's all good. Yeah, Simon said something. All right, cool. We got one more.
Go on, you Simon.
Go on, you Simon.
Easy. Telling guys to get on board. That's what we want. Just get around it.
What's the group name? Free 14 day. Just type in free 14 day in the search bar.
It should come up.
And you're a part of it, so it should come up. Scott?
Scott's sharing it now.
So Simon, Jamie, you got any questions? Guys that have actually posted something?
Scott's sharing it. So Scott, I'll answer your question from before. Scott, you said you were 175 centimeters, I think 178 centimeters, and you were given 1,700 calories, and you were stuck on that for a while, and you were starving. So the calorie amount, I'm the same height as you, and I would hate going under 2,000 calories. I have about 2,500 to 2,800 a day. But I'm obviously not trying to lose fat at the moment. So when you're in a deficit, it needs to be a little bit lower. But yeah, you're right, 1,700 might be a bit low, especially if you're hungry. But at the same time, if you have 1,700 calories of freaking awesome food, lean meats, really satiating and filling foods, healthy fats, which is really going to help you boys, and really, good filling, nutritious carbs. If you're having 4 solid meals of that per day, adding up to 1,700 calories, I guarantee you won't be nearly as hungry. Okay, so that's the first step for one. But at the same time, if someone's putting you on you too low for a certain period and you're not getting any results, not losing any body fat, obviously things need to change. Okay? Next question.
All right, so Karen said, what's your opinion on ketogenic diet? I was on it a few months ago by someone. All right, Karen. So what were the results? Like, did you lose weight? And if you did lose weight, did you manage to keep it off? And for people that don't understand what ketogenic diet is, ketogenic is a super, super low carb diet. Less than 5% of your total macronutrients will be carbs, and the rest is protein and fat. So Karen's saying, I lost weight, but 5 kilograms in 3 months, that's pretty good. But did you put it back on? Or have you been able to lose any more weight? Like, why, if it was successful, why didn't you keep going? Maintained it for 6 months, and then that was it. All right, so cheers, Michael. Thanks. Phone's nearly flat. All right, keep an eye out for the email, Michael. We'll see you later. So Karen, so he's maintained it for 6 months, but that's it. And the reason is you can't live for the rest of your life on 5% carbs. Like, that's like no beers ever. Okay? And like, you can't have potato, you can't have rice, pasta. Like, it's really, really difficult to live like that. I mean, some people can live like that. And if you can, then good on you. Like, good stuff. Yeah. All right? Yeah, Karen, you love food. Exactly. Right, yeah. So the idea is you can start off low carb, but then slowly reintroduce the carbs. So you can start off ketogenic if you want, and that can really, really help. But you can slowly start to increase the carbs each week in a really controlled manner and making sure that you're introducing the right type of carbs. And this is where reverse dieting comes in, and it's complex in what we do with our clients. But if you're reverse dieting, dieting is taking foods out. Reverse dieting is putting foods back in. Okay, so reverse dieting is making sure that the foods that you are putting in, like potatoes, like rices, like pasta, like biscuits, like chocolate, like beers, you're doing it in a controlled way that your body is able to handle. All right. So see you, Simon. Thanks, mate. Does that answer your question? So ketogenic diet. This is the same with any diet. Like if you can sustain it, then it's perfect for you. And if you love it, it's perfect.
If it's getting you consistent results, it's perfect. But if it's not, if you're not getting the results you want and you're not enjoying it, then it's probably not a good thing. Okay, so we hate bashing any diets, but we bash most diets because most of them are unsustainable. They don't work long term. They don't get the results you want. Okay.
Well, this is what we tell our clients. The whole aim of a good program is to make it feel like you're not on a diet. Okay, because if you feel like you're not on a diet and you're eating whatever the fuck you want, you can eat whatever the fuck you want for the rest of your life, okay? The key is person A eats whatever the fuck they want and they're fat. Person B eats whatever the fuck they want and loses their weight and keeps it off, okay? Because they understand what to eat and they understand how to make food work for them and they understand how to reverse diet so they can add foods into their body that their metabolism is able to handle it and keep the weight off long term, okay? So the perfect diet is anything that makes you feel like you're not on a diet and you can control it and it's good for you, all right?
Oh, and your question was, should all the macros be fist size? No, sorry, that was just protein. You're right. Just protein is to be the fist size because if you're having a fist size of fat, that'll be a lot of calories of fat, okay? And that's just a really general guideline as well. Fist size of protein for your meats or whatever is usually pretty accurate for your calorie intake. But you'll find out at the end of the day. If you're having a fist size every meal and you're under your protein, it's obviously not enough. Or if it's over, it's obviously too much. Okay, so it generally works out for most people. But at the end of the day, you'll find out once you've tracked all your food.
Get a kitchen scale, guys. Like, it's just so important. If it
costs $20,
or you just know, like, you got to know how much steak you're having for dinner. Like, you got to know if it's a 100-gram steak, a 200-gram steak, or a 400-gram steak. If you don't know it, how are you meant to put into MyFitnessPal? That's the thing. What gets measured gets managed. So, yeah, it's $10 or $15 from Big W. It's nothing.
I think that's all the questions for now. Unless anyone's got something really important, you'll be able to email us or post in the group. Other than that, thanks for listening, boys. We're pretty pumped for this. Look out for tomorrow's email.
Are we going to give you an exercise program tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll give it, but...
No, you know what? No, let's just get the nutrition right. We'll start the exercise program next week. And like you will get it, but like once we get this, guys, we'll show you how to lose weight without exercising. Like, how good is that? Tim, what time will the email come tomorrow? Mate, whenever we get to it. We're so busy with our own clients. Like, and also trying to get this launch for the next Man of Steel program. We'll get to it the best we can. But you got to understand that we're doing this for free out of our own time. We're not getting paid for this. So we'll try our best. We'll get it out as soon as we can.
What was the lowest calories?
No, saying 1800. Don't go below 1800. Is that the question?
Oh yeah. What was the lowest we want you at? 1800 would be the lowest we want you at.
Thanks, Mitch. Night, mate.
I mean, Scott, even try. I mean, I don't know what you were eating last time on 1700, but try eating 1800 of 15% carbs and higher fat, higher protein. I guarantee you'll be a hell of a lot fuller. Good boys, good attention. Sorry we kept you longer. Not everywhere when I was going to go this long. Just the intro one because we had a lot to go through and we like talking. Thanks for listening. Everyone's off. This is good. Hour 10 webinar. Nothing we like better. Cheers, boys. We'll talk to you next time.